I have been
You
duped.
consider that duped?
Yeah.
You never know, so she did manipulated with a kid.
Well, go on.
Hey people,
Welcome back to Sip and Chat.
Listen, we're in the same outfit. That means we're doing 2 in one day.
Super
Just gonna
time.
pretend like it's another day here, okay? All right, let's get into it. So today we want to talk about, is it okay to send money back to your family members in Jamaica or wherever they are every time they ask? This is a touchy topic.
When I was living in Jamaica, I always was given the impression as if everybody there fine rich. Zane?
Really?
Oh yeah, are well off.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, are well off. Because yes, the US dollar is stronger than the Jamaican currency, and if someone send money to your yard, it tends to stretch further, you know?
And also too, what you see on TV,
Yeah.
that influences what you believe is going on here. And then when people come back home from America,
Them really
clothes
look, yeah,
and
them look
the
bashy.
jewels and yeah. And like if a kid's parent live in the US,
And then
that
come to
kid will
Jamaica.
always be hot. I want to say this, okay? Because I'll put disclaimers out there these days. We're not saying this to hurt anybody's feelings.
Correct.
Our opinions are opinions. They are not facts.
They're not facts.
We're not one of those people who believe that because we think it is, it's truth.
Right.
This is just how we feel about the thing. Okay.
Right.
If you feel differently and you want to add
Yeah,
your
sure.
perspective on it, go ahead and leave it in the comment. We'll be more than happy to read it and to see if maybe we overlooked some things. Okay.
To be perfectly honest with you, I never really asked anyone overseas for money. I never did. I never did. I didn't have such a strong family that we were close-knitted to ask them or beg them anything. Now that I live in foreign and I have people at Jamaica, anytime them stick out them hand, I guess they're having the same view like I had, back then. And they find it difficult to comprehend when I say I have it. I don't have it.
So do you think that we should always send money back when people ask?
So what I think people should do is to weigh whether them can afford it.
I want to remind you something. Do you remember when we were young, like in our 20s, and we lived here and we have family members back home? And I was a stay-at-home mom and he was working. And after we paid our bills, what did we do with everything else?
Yeah, we'll send it back home.
We sent everything else
we
back
did.
home to help support the family.
Yeah, we did.
Okay?
Yes.
And
we
did that for years.
We did it for years.
And then he happened to lose his job. And guess who had no savings?
We had
And
none.
guess what happened when we were in the situation and we were trying to figure out how we were going to get out of it? What do you believe those family members said?
They couldn't help. Not one of them could have helped.
Some of them even had the nerve to say, well, I asked, but you didn't have
You
to
didn't have to give. How could you believe it? The nerve! The nerve! I asked, but you did not have to give. I'm like,
Yeah.
What?
And I learned a very valuable lesson in my 20s.
Yeah.
Okay. And Warren and I realized that it was not wise to take all of our money to send to people as soon as they ask for it because we want to help them and we want to be kind.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you have to make sure that you're setting something aside.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. If you can't pay your rent, you have nowhere to live. And as cheap as food is, and we all know that food is not cheap. If you live in America now, you know that food is not cheap like it used to be, okay? If you're not setting aside money, you will not be able to provide for your family because in this country, it's a very cold and harsh place.
It
And
is.
people are not handing out anything to you. They'd rather throw it in the trash than give it to you. There are people, that's kind of how this society is.
Right.
So, do I believe you should always send money back home when someone asks? I believe it's going to depend on a lot of things. How often am I having to support you? Am I that person's passive income? I'm not anybody's passive income. You're going to have to figure out how you're going to sustain yourself. What you're not going to do is you're not going to, when you're filing your taxes and it says employment, you're going to put my name. Because clearly, because you sending money weekly like it's you're their boss. You know what I mean? I don't get that.
Are you putting on dependent? So here,
no.
So another thing, which again, it just depends on the individual who's asking and the person who's giving. We can only speak from our experience. And oftentimes that the people who are asking for handouts, they really don't have a plan. So you think you're giving,
That's the worst part.
You're giving with hopes that they have a plan to keep themselves
take that
going.
money and to multiply it, basically.
They don't have a plan at all. The plan is you. And then for me personally, when I'm giving money, I never expect anything back. I don't lend. Don't even call me and say, hey Warren, can you lend me $200. I give it back to you next week. It's not going
We've
to happen.
also learned that from experience of people promising to pay back and then they
never
never
did.
do. So we've always
Never.
made the decision that if we're lending you money, it's because we can afford to give it.
Yeah, we can give
We're
it
not
without.
expecting it back.
We're not expecting it back. That's it.
Okay. So once we lend you money, we're okay if we don't get it back. So if we tell you no, we're not lending it to you, chances are we're not okay with not getting our money back. Okay. But there's this whole argument that, you know, when you come to Jamaica and you want breadfruit, we'll pick the breadfruit. That breadfruit is way too expensive.
Aki, they are foreign now, Wally. Breadfruit, they are foreign, Wally. We don't want to know breadfruit again, and we don't want to know Aki.
I'm sending you money once a week, every week,
Yeah.
for a whole year, so that when I come to Jamaica once in a blue moon, I get you can pick some ackee after. That's too expensive. I'll eat the canned ackee, thank you. Okay? No, Warren. Listen. I'm not against support, like.
Yeah, I'm not
Listen,
against
if you have parents in Jamaica and they're retired,
Correct.
they're your responsibility, okay?
Absolutely.
You
gotta
do
pay it
understand
forward.
that you're just going to have to take care of those parents.
Yeah.
You're just going to have to do it. You're going to have to make sure that you're sending money
Take care of my
monthly
mother, yeah.
to take care of their food and their bills.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
What I'm not okay with are people who
Around my age, a young hearty one them who do the same thing.
they're perfectly hearty and able to work. Or if you're sending them money and they're not thinking, hey, I can't rely on this person to keep sending me money. What if they lose a job? I need to set up something. You need to be thinking that way. You need to be thinking, I need to set up something so I don't have to keep going back and begging.
Here's a crazy thing about it, and this will always reach me. I would say, hey guys, you know my bills are way more than yours, and none of that no fears them.
No, doesn't matter.
It's all about me. I give me.
And then when you try to help them to set up a business,
Yeah, them don't want
You lose
it.
that.
You lost.
It's like they don't want to hear it.
So again,
They just want you to send that money to them,
and that's it. Shut
and
up.
that's it.
Don't say nothing.
Dude, this is not 1990s America, okay? This is 2024 America where people are making 100,000 US dollars and they're struggling to make ends
People are
meet.
making six figures and still struggling.
Okay? Don't believe me? Go look on TikTok.
I'm a registered nurse. I work full time. He works full time. We just got paid this past Friday, right? We paid the mortgage, bought some groceries, put some gas in the car. And guys, it is Tuesday. We have like $200 or $300 to last us until next Friday. Like,
So the idea you guys have of America, let's say pre-2020, that ain't America now. America is real tough.
The middle class is dwindling.
I don't know anybody who work as much as we do. We work a lot. We literally get one break per year, and it's like Thanksgiving, and I'm so happy for Thanksgiving and
That
Christmas.
week, right?
I'm like, so my phone is on do not disturb the whole time. I don't want to see no emails. I don't want no text message. Warren is like, last year Warren was like, you really clocked out? you don't know nothing. I'm like, what? Who was it again? What deal was that? Listen, I was tired. I was weary because we work a lot, right?
People don't know that we put in the work, and it's tougher being African American here and an entrepreneur in America.
It is.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
You work twice, triple, four times.
It's like the elephant in the room that no one talks about.
It's difficult.
But it could probably be the industry that we're in.
Right.
Because our industry is just dominated by a different demographic. And so we have to work like 4 or 5 times as hard.
Yeah.
And then also, black people don't want to work with you because they don't trust you. And when you come across Jamaican people, we've come across a lot of Jamaican people who need services that we offer and who choose not to work with us and choose to go with the other demographic. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many, but I think it could also be the industry that we're in that makes it a little more challenging for us. Under what circumstances do you believe it's okay to send money?
To be quite frank with you, my heart is so tough right now.
Really?
Other than my parents, when I said nothing to nobody.
I'm not that cold. Like,
No, I'm serious, and here's
not
why I'm
that
serious.
cold.
Because people just lie so much. They just, even when they don't need it, they're asking for it. Okay, and then when you later find out that what you give, all right. Primary example. A family member called me and said, "Hey, listen, I need help to send the kids back to school." Okay, I asked them how much do you need to send them back to school? $200,000. No problem. So I send the money, but not to them directly, to someone else to filter that money through to them, right? And it just so happened that the person I sent the money to told me, Warren, they don't need so much money. All they needed was about $50,000 to accomplish what they needed to get that child back in school. Now, that was hard for me to swallow, to be honest. That was really hard for me to swallow because you don't know what I've been through or you don't know what I went through to get that money over to you, only to find out that you could have taken less. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So things like these really ticks me off that right now, if someone should call and say, hey, Warren, can I get $10? If you're not my mom and dad, don't even ask because I'm not sending it. Nothing. I'm not doing it at all.
So you believe there are no circumstances. I mean, here's how
I'm
I
not
feel.
doing it.
If I know that this person is hardworking,
Yeah,
and this
okay,
person's
that's
got
different.
themselves together and they're going through some hard times, and they're like, hey, I'm going through a rough time, could you just help me out a little? I don't have a problem because I know that this is a hardworking person and they just fall on hard
that's
times.
different. That's a different
The
scenario.
problem I have is with the people who will sit down and wait on you to send a paycheck each week, where I now become your passive income.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a problem with that. And I don't want to hear that when you come to Jamaica, may I pick the breadfruit and the ackee. Me no want it. I'll go to a restaurant and I'll pay because it's going to cost me way less to go up at Elsha and pay for the fish. That way, me go send you the paycheck every week. Me literally I pay you a year worth of salary for like a ackee. It's not worth it, dude. No.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
I also think it depends on the family dynamic too. If you're in a certain type of a family where you know people aren't taking advantage of you, all those things are factors. So to make statements, to make blanket statements, I don't agree with that. It really comes down to the person.
okay, no,
the
no, I
family
understand.
dynamic.
I understand. I'm just saying. From my perspective, because I've been duped so much, I was like, I'm so cool about
I mean,
doing
have
it.
you been duped though?
I have been duped, yes, a lot.
I don't think you've been duped.
You don't think so?
No, I just think what I think is, well, I don't know.
Yo, John, no, me can't spill my business too much for this thing, but yo. But I have been duped so much that literally, because I'm a guy that I give. You understand?
I think the person who did that, they knew that if they use their children, they oftentimes will use their children, the picnic them not enough food for eat. And that's another thing they do. They use the children as a way to manipulate you to get you to open your wallet because nobody wants to see a child go hungry. So
Correct.
oftentimes they know you're going to tell them no, but if they use the children, you're probably going to more likely open your wallet. We're not going to sit here and hear that the kid's not going to school.
Right.
We're not going to do that, you know? But at the same time, don't try to like rob us.
Yeah, you know
Thinking that what you think we're sitting with. And what I believe also is that when you hear that people run a business, people automatically assume you're rich.
Absolutely.
Guys.
Yo.
Businesses are expensive. We have an office, the office of utilities. We have software that we have to pay for. We have equipment that we have to maintain. Yeah. All these things are expenses.
It is.
So when you work for someone and you got your one bill, we got two sets of bills. Two sets.
You got your house bill and you got your business bill.
And you got your business bill. Okay? So it's all people just automatically assume, and because you see, oh, they're making money, they're doing this and they're doing that. It's called marketing, guys. It's called marketing. If I'm out here putting struggle on my business, ain't nobody gonna come. It's called marketing. Don't like buy into everything you see on social media and believe that because your family member have a business and you see her doing everybody's hair and makeup means she have a lot of money. No, don't make that assumption.
But to be perfectly honest with you, as Sid say, it really just depends. But for me, because I've been duped so much, I'm like, no.
You have not been duped, or
I have been duped. I have been
You
duped.
consider that duped?
Yeah.
You never know, so she there manipulating with a kid?
No, not only she, but that's just one.
Okay.
That's just one.
I understand.
You remember we came here, we helped homeboy buy a car for his wife.
Oh, yeah.
She was doing the Fred Flintstone thing, pushing her foot through the bottom to stop the car. Did we get paid for that? Nope. That was dupe, and that was a hell of a bill.
Oftentimes, family members, they just take advantage of you. And you love them and you want to help them, and then when you don't help them, you hear that you're evil and you're selfish and you're all kind of things. Yeah. But they don't stop to think about the things they've done to cause me to close my purse.
Correct.
You've done things to cause me to do that. When you're being dishonest and manipulating and telling me you need money for this, but you really need the money to go do other things. Don't do that. We gotta work hard for our money.
We pay for homeboy college. And what? We didn't have to.
Well, I paid for homeboys college.
Exactly. Got duped. So it's been, no, so for me, I done cut that out. I have to think hard and long if I want to do it. And I have to know the person, their character before opening my wallet. Besides that, nope. I am sorry, you're not getting it. No.
For me, it's let's take into consideration other things like the person's character, how often are they asking, are you becoming literally their boss, just shelling out money every week. Those are the things you have to think about. Yeah.
So put them on a schedule.
Yeah,
schedule.
You literally a budget them in your budget. Like, okay, light, water, anti-Merrill. No, don't do that.
So guys, well, thank you for watching. So if you're new here, please like, subscribe, and if
share below what you think. Share your experiences
please.
with
We'll
people
love to
who have lied to you about how they're going to use the money. And share your experiences of some reasons why you always send or why you say no. Go ahead and share it because it's a conversation we need to have.
Share your opinions. I will look forward to reading them, and maybe we can continue the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Until next time, everyone.
Until next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.